It's Liz Yule from Old Stables Crafts again. Thank you for hitting play and joining me today. I'm doing a bit of a fly by the seat of my pants project today, in that I haven't done a sample. So every now and again I like to mix it up a bit, and today is one of those days. This is going to be a bit of a male project, masculine project, although it could obviously be changed up for a female project, but I'm using one of the Hostess sets. I sometimes think these get overlooked. They're really good value. If you've got Hostess rewards, these are actually subsidised, so they're always worth having a look at. I'm going to be using the Pun Intended set. That is in the annual catalogue, and let me just find it in the annual catalogue. Here we go. So it's right at the back, it's on page 200, and it's only available if you've got Hostess rewards. And underneath all of the Hostess stamp sets, it will tell you what the price is, and so in the UK this was £8.50, but the value is £14.50. So instead of paying £14 for it, you only pay £8.50, and it's free anyway because it's with Hostess rewards. So, you know, why wouldn't you? So yeah, I think it's great. I love it as a set. So let's give it a go. I am using slightly different in all respects. This is the basic black 12 by 12 cardstock cut in half and scored in the middle. So it's going to end up as a 6 by 6 card. So I'll just get that folded now. I'll get the bone folder on in a minute. So Pun Intended stamp set. I'm going to be using the light bulb, the You Light Up My Life, and this little heart. And then I'll be using the classic label punch, and then the archival basic black stamp pad. So this is the fabric stamp pad, which we'll just talk about in a moment. I have pre-cut various pieces. Let's get rid of that because I don't need that. So we've got a 6 by 6 card, then we've got 5 by 5 paper, and this is from the wonderful stack from the spring summer. It's the Urban Underground speciality paper, which has got lots of really great male themed or slightly grungier themed papers in it. I'm just trying to find my bone folder just to... It just upsets me when that's not properly burnished. So there we are, properly burnished now. So they're double-sided. You get 2 speciality papers, which are silver foiled. Those are single-sided, but they're gorgeous. So I'm using one of the zigzags, which is cut at 5 by 5. Then a black mat, which is cut at 4 1/8 by 4 1/8, and I have pre-cut this circle using the layering circles framelets, and this is, I count from the largest out, sorry, from the smallest out. This is size 8, which, if I could find my set, which seems to have, oh no, there it is. So it's the largest, it's the, say, layering circles, it's the this is the largest, so I've cut that out of the centre of a piece of 4 1/8 square black. Then I've got a 3 3/4 square of one of the other patterns, just as a background, and then from Very Vanilla, because this is a Very Vanilla paper, using it was roughly 2.5 inch square piece of card. I've cut this circle, which uses, using my theory of counting from the smallest out, this is number 5, so it's the second largest on the smaller of the sets, if that makes sense. And if it doesn't make sense, that's what it is anyway. So yeah, so it was a 2.5, and it's just that circle. So let's get rid of those bits. As I say, we're going to be doing this slightly on the fly, in that I haven't prepped it. Every now and again I like to do something on the fly. So Oh, and I'm also going to be using some crushed curry baker's twine. I got this out of one of the card kits. I can't remember which one it was now, but that's why it's on a small reel. So, basic black ink pad and some new teeth, and a piece of scrap card, or paper rather, because we are going to be going off the card. So let's just ink this up. It's the usual tap, 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 but it's also worth doing a bit of a twist, so that you know you are properly inked up. Yeah, that looks okay. I'm probably going to do this sideways, I think. So I want this to be as far down on the circle as possible and as near the centre of the circle as possible. So let's use the grid paper to help with that. So, see, that's sort of central-ish. So if I line up across that thick line, now I've got a very thick layer of the grid paper here, so it gives me a bit of a cushion. If you're doing this straight onto a really hard surface, use the piercing mat. In fact, I should probably have used the piercing mat anyway, so let's try that again using the piercing mat. This is a good example of why you should do these things. So, piercing mat in place. Let's try this again. So, line this up again and get it inked up. I actually quite like it when I go wrong on camera, because it shows that, you know, we all go wrong every now and again. Right, so good pressure without going mad. And there you are, you see. So that's with the piercing mat and that's without. So you can see that there's a big difference. So really worth getting the piercing mat if you're using the photopolymer stamps. So on the basis that I'm going to be doing more photopolymer stamping, in fact let's get that done now, let's leave the piercing mat in. I'm just taking the little sentiment, and this is just a scrap of the Very Vanilla. It's one of the scraps that I have when I've done my mats, which those of you who follow me regularly know I do them in a kind of batch, so that I've got them in my little tub over there, which makes me so happy. There we are, so pop that aside for cleaning, and then finally, on a real scrap, teeny weeny scrap of crushed curry, which is the yellow in this, I am just taking the little heart and stamping that as well. And there we are. So those can all wait to be cleaned. This ink will stain the photopolymer stamps, but they're still good to use, so that's always good. Right, don't need that anymore. So I'm just going to cut this by hand, because I don't have a punch quite that diddy for a heart, so but hearts are easy to cut. I would always say move the card, not the scissors. Then you get it's a much easier thing to maneuver. So, here we go, nearly done. There we are. So one little heart. I'm just going to have to get to that phone. Hold on 1 minute. Filming. Sorry about that. That was my husband asking me probably if I wanted to have lunch just now, which I will be finishing up very soon, so we can. Right, so let's just punch this out. We're using, this is the classic label punch. Then that's that done. And right, okay, so let's pop this together, because it really won't take terribly long. And then I can go and apologise to my husband for being rude and just saying filming when he called me. So let's pop this down, And I'm actually going to have it so that it's up from the bottom, but square left to right, because what I want is to have this down here. So that's that piece. Then we're going to put this piece in the middle, and for some reason there is a sort of up and down. So I do actually want this to be a particular way up. So pop that in the middle, and then I'm going to put this on dimensionals. So let's grab the dimensionals. These have been fairly well attacked. I've been doing a lot of 3D stuff recently, so, and some of them have had little bits that I needed to cut out. If you're wondering what this is and you haven't already seen one of the videos in which I have featured it, it is the hostess code for March. So if you're placing an online order with me, please use this hostess code, which is UCCUKJFE. It's on the website as well, so if you follow the link to the blog post below, which will have all the dimensions for this on it, then you will find the hostess code. And if you're watching this after the end of March, you will find the current hostess code. So if you're spending over £25 with me on my online store, please use that. It means you also become a member of my VIP club, which would be lovely to... Ooh, I just realised what I need to do very quickly. Let's just move one of these out of the way, because what I want to do is with my baker's twine. So yes, sorry, eek, do not put sticky side down. I'm just going to straighten my baker's twine by running it across my bone folder a few times. And then I just want to tie this in a little bow, which of course I want to tie around the front, but that's okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop that in place, put my dimensional to one side rather than there, then stick this down, which I know means it's all a bit cack-handed, but you know, I'm filming this on a Saturday. So yes, if you use this and you're spending over £25, you automatically become a member of my VIP club, which would be lovely to welcome you. I do a special newsletter for my VIP members, and you get exclusive projects which will not be featured anywhere else. So yeah, plus lots of other exciting bits and pieces that, as I say, are only for my VIP members. If your order is over £150, please don't use the hostess code. You will still become a VIP member of my club, but you get your own hostess rewards. So I wouldn't want you to miss out on those because they're yours. Right, so that's a nice little bow up there. Let's just tuck that a bit. I'm going to pop this up on some more dimensionals. Make sure I get the right side. It's still Celebration. Please don't miss out on the free stuff, but do bear in mind that the Celebration items, when they run out of stock, just want to get this sort of square. When they run out of stock, they will not restock. So if you don't get them now, you might miss out, because towards the end of Celebration, they will start running out. So please, 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 please don't miss out. There's a link to my online store below. So I'm just putting this over the heart that's on the stamp. So yes, please, 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 please don't miss out. I would hate you to miss out. Right, so I'm then going to pop this actually just here, I think, and I will just use a little bit of snail for that because I want it flat. And also the other thing to remember is that the other brilliant offers during Celebration, which is extra stamping rewards if your order's over £200 and extra stamp sets if you buy the starter kit, will also run out at the end of March. So now is a perfect time for either large orders, so you get lots of Celebration items because it's one for every £45 or multiple that you order, or perfect time to join my team, because you get best part of 200, depending on stamp sets you choose, you could get £200 worth of product for £99, and then you get to be a member of my team. Why wouldn't you want to join? We've got some fantastic things coming up. You get a welcome pack, all sorts of incentive offers that I give to my team. So that would be great. Also, if you don't already subscribe to my YouTube channel, please hit the subscribe button. As soon as I've got 500 subscribers, I will be doing a giveaway. We're at about 460 when I'm filming this, so very soon. So yeah, subscribe now if you haven't already. And then you'll get notified of other videos, which will include the 500 subscriber special. If you've liked this, give it a thumbs up. I'm really pleased with how it's turned out. So I hope you enjoyed this too. Obviously you can change up the colours to make it a more female version, and I'll probably make a more female version to put onto my blog alongside this. Link to that below. And yeah, thank you very much for joining me. I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Bye.